Hi, welcome to the channel. I'm looking through the armies that I own to pick something next to play competitively, and something that's particularly caught my eye, and not just because of how beautiful their models are, is Adepta Sororitas, or Sisters of Battle. Let's have a look at what makes them competitive, and there is some fun jank to be had. It's all about miracle dice. Through the game you build up a pool of pre-rolled dice. A bit like Eldar Fate dice, you can substitute one of these dice instead of making a roll. Super powerful as it can guarantee a roll that you really need to make. Each unit can use one dice per phase, so you want as many as possible. You gain one dice each turn, and whenever something dies. There's a 10-point enhancement to gain D3 miracle dice on a character's death. Litanies of Faith for 25 points allows you to reroll a miracle dice per turn to get better numbers. You can also gain a miracle dice for each objective with a Battle Scissors squad on it, so at least your home objective. And a lot of units have a rule to gain a miracle dice if you spend one on them, so that's nice. It's all about melters. Let's be honest, the biggest punch the faction has is its melters. Strength 9, AP -4, D6 plus 2 damage. So a great profile to punch through and potentially deal a lot of damage. Having miracle dice to guarantee the damage roll is very powerful. There can be some good melee output, but usually through weight of dice. Concentrate on shooting, there's a nice set of vehicles to support. Let's dig into some of the combos and special things about the faction. The Triumph of St. Catherine, everyone's auto include, and one of my favourite models. All units nearby can use as many miracle dice as you want, not just one per phase. If you build up a good dice pool, then you can really deal damage to something you need to. There are other buffs to select from and likely to use the 6+ Feel No Pain aura. This is an infantry unit even though it's a 6 model diorama and only toughness 3, but does have a 4+ invuln and 18 wounds. Perhaps still have a Battle Sisters squad with it to keep it alive. It's pretty crucial for offensive combos. The Dialgus can basically join everything and allows you to turn a miracle dice to a 6. Most likely join with Retributors for 4 multi-melters. That's 8 shots at 18 inches hitting on 4s with heavy. Twice a game they can gain back a miracle dice when they use it. So having St. Catherine near to maximise the miracle usage, the Dialgus allows you to use your low miracle dice and then turn them to 6s. Definitely keep some dice to switch the damage to an auto 6, and at Melter that's 8 damage. Only a few of these shots need to go through to take things out. Palentine and Dominion squad. The Palentine gives the unit lethal hits. They also get Scout 6. They have assault melters with 12-inch range and can reroll advance roll. They're on foot, running forwards and hitting on 3s. Once per game for this squad they can get a miracle dice back if they use one, and if they kill something they also get a miracle dice. So that's 4 melters, -4 AP, D6 plus 2 damage, hitting on 3s. And if you're going to spend miracle dice and getting the shots through, go for the hit, as it's a lethal weapon, it goes straight through. Morven Val and a Paragon suits. They've got some good melee to be honest, and they've also got multi-melters each and grenade launcher, and the buff that she gives for leading the unit is to reroll all hits and wounds. That's a good punch, and you want to be moving forward into the action. Toughness 6 with a 2+ save and a 4+ invuln for the squad, that's not bad. An Emulator. It can carry a squad of 5 and a character, so that's Retributors and a Dialgus. When they disembark and shoot at the same target, they get to reroll wounds. The flamers are pretty good, but you'll probably take the melters. And being twin-linked, everything is getting those rerolls. It can't transport St. Catherine, but in fact nothing can in the Codex. Should be able to keep up on foot, just make sure you keep it hidden. Some other great units. The Seraphim, they deep strike, shoot, and then move again 6 inches. Great utility and can be used to steal objectives like Tyranid Gargoyles can, although they're only 1 OC. You probably want them with the plasma pistols for the range, as they only get to move after shooting. If you want them to shoot and hide, then why not the 6-inch Inferno pistols? Strength 8, AP -4, D3 plus 2 damage. So that means they're probably not in deep strike if you're going for that technique, as they'll be out of range. The Canoness and Battle Sisters. They're a good unit to put on an objective, worth having a Rhino to get them there. Lots of OC and they get a miracle dice for being there. The Canoness is cool, as once per battle she gets a 2+ invuln for a phase. Also she always changes damage against her to 1. A 4 wound model that can tank damage for the whole squad when it really matters. Just take everything on a 2+ invuln. The Imagifier. You get to reroll a miracle dice if it's generated from a destroyed unit nearby, but when she's leading the unit they get a 4+ invuln. 35 points is worth taking just for that to keep Battle Sisters a bit more resilient. And she's allowed to be a second character in a unit. Junior Thurita. You generate a CP per turn, and the unit she's joined is -1 to hit. There are a few good strats that could mean her 90 points is worth it. Join her in the squad with an Imagifier as well on the home objective to make them really resilient. Some of the best strats to use that free CP, you got 1 CP to stand the character back up, 1 CP to ignore negatives to hit and wound, 1 CP for +1 to wound in melee, and 1 CP to shoot back. The faction has some melee threat, and I think lists do well to include some, often small damage but effective through weight of dice. You got the Arco-Flagellants. You got units of 3 or 10, and that's because the Combat Patrol has 3 models in. 7+ save, but a 4+ Feel No Pain. Anytime they fight, they can go to 6 attacks instead of 4 and roll a hazardous check. Strength 5, AP 0 though, and 1 damage. 60 attacks with sustained hits is great. Include a mission and you get to reroll all hits. This is fantastic for a 4+ weapon skill and fishing for those 6s to explode. You also have the 1 CP +1 to wound strat as well. As an alternative, include a Preacher. He gives them +1 to wound all the time, and once per battle get +2 to strength and attacks. That's a potential hit of 80 attacks at strength 7 with the +1 to wound. I'm getting really excited about playing the sisters. I do love the models. Let me know if you like playing them or playing against them, and I'll see you soon. Bye!